head on the timeline. Let's see what has been keeping our... Just remember, Barcelona signed all these players just to go to Europa League. Just touching on what you mentioned earlier about the potential exit of Barcelona from the Champions League.
Yes, they are virtually out. Unless Inter somehow find a way to not beat Pleasant, I think they are going to be out of it. And when you think about how much money they spent, money that they don't have.
Yes,
money that
almost
they had to find
plus.
Incredible ways of raising. I read this somewhere that they've basically broken down the club into small pieces and they're selling piece by piece. And after all that, and after signing all those guys, Lewandowski, Rafinha, Koundé, Dembele resigning with them, and after all this, for them to be on the brink of crashing out, it just tells you just how bad it is for them.
Okay, let's take a look at another one here. This is revolving Nottingham Forest against Wolverhampton. We'll be having that shortly. This is interesting. You can see the top photo there. I'm trying to make out who that is. But this was, of course, the game between Nottingham Forest and Wolves. They have tamed them.
I was actually watching news just before the show at 7 p.m. and the caretaker manager for Wolves said that he saw this earlier on in the day and he debated what to do with it, and he decided, you know what, I'm going to use it as part of the build-up, part of my team talk, part of my pep talk for the team. On the other hand, Nottingham manager Cooper saying, you know what, I didn't know anything about it. I didn't know it was on. So he doesn't like it, he doesn't approve of it, because he says, you know, when you think about it, it's like giving someone fuel. It's like finding something to light the fire in someone's belly. Because when you tweet that before the game and the guys from Wolves see it, then you're giving them the pep talk that they need. So it was very interesting to listen to both of them. One manager decided to use it to his advantage. The other manager unhappy that his own team did something like that before the game.
Very fascinating feedback there. Nottingham Forest against Wolverhampton. Of course, the match ended in favor of the Wolves. Let's look at another tweet here. This one is self-explanatory. You can look at it whichever way you want to look at it. I will not go further into it, but that is a Liverpool player against a Manchester City player, Thiago Alcantara against Erling Haaland. Yeah. Just sums up the match.
It's got double meaning.
Yes.
I mean, Thiago quite possibly having a kick at Haaland's delicates, and then you translate this into what happened in the game. Yeah. City were huge favorites going to the game because Liverpool are struggling. They've got a few injuries. But then Liverpool came out fighting and somehow got in there and got the win. I think it sort of gets the best of both messages all in one picture. And
of course, pun intended, Haaland shot blanks. I'm talking about goals. He didn't score a goal. Let's just be clear. He didn't score a goal. I don't know if that kick was...
That sort of clears the message. Yes. from the whole tweet.
Sorry, Liverpool. Sorry, Manchester City fans. Let's have another one. Now, this is the last one. Mohamed Salah. He's become Africa's top scorer in the Champions League. Top of the continent.
Yes, and he's gone past quite some names. When you see Samuel Eto'o right there at the bottom, it just makes you know just how brilliant he's been, especially for Liverpool. And of course, Drogba and Sadio Mane and Riyad Mahrez. So it's a special, especially Samuel Eto'o, because Eto'o played at Barcelona for 5 years, and then played at Inter Milan, and then played at Chelsea. So for him to go up there, I think it's one of those incredible things. He's maybe not had the best of starts to this season, but then this past week he was excellent in the Champions League. Fastest ever Champions League hat-trick by a substitute or something like that. Or
super sub.
It's just incredible. And you see he followed it up on Sunday. So he did it midweek, and then on Sunday he scored that winner. So hopefully he's playing his way back.
He's finding his rhythm.
Yes.
Sans money, as the French will say, without money. Because of course there was that factor that would say that with money there, that's when he was able to flourish. But now he's slowly getting his stride. But I think eventually he will.
Yeah, hopefully, because he's too good a player not to. So hopefully he can go on and get to that level.
Okay.
Get back to those levels, because his numbers are ridiculous for Liverpool. Yeah. So if he's able to get back there, then great for Liverpool and also great for him.
Absolutely. And finally,